7 weirdest people I've met in 7 years of traveling. This is what this video is about. Welcome to my little fireside chat. It's minus 26 degrees outside here in Canada. As you can see, the snow out here. That's about minus 7, minus 8, something like that Fahrenheit. So it's really pretty cold. So let's get started. Hi Lovebug, I'm Vivi. Welcome to Adventure World. My channel is all about guiding you to the most incredible, adventurous and exceptional life that you're truly in love with. So if this is something that you want to create more of in your life, consider subscribing. The 7 weirdest people I've met in my 7 years of traveling. And some of them are actually kind of really crazy. First person that came to my mind was this weird guy I met in the capital of Myanmar. I was 19 years old, was traveling to Myanmar by myself. My travel buddy had just left. I was by myself, standing in this big square in the capital of Myanmar, and this weird guy comes walking up to me. His mouth looked terrible. Red from like chewing on betel nut, ripped clothes. He looked kind of dirty, like he hasn't been showering in a while. He comes up to me and tells me, "Oh, you're so beautiful." And me being polite, I'm like, "Cool, thank you so much." And he's like, "I want to marry you. Can we get married this week?" And I'm like, "What?" I think it's a joke. I seriously think he's joking. And he gets all serious and like, "Do you have a boyfriend? Can we meet? Can we get married? I want to be with you." I'm like, oh my god, how do I get out of the situation? He was being really persistent. I was like, how do I get out of the situation? Like, what do I do? How can I just leave? And I told him like, "Oh, okay, so nice meeting you. I kind of need to go now." He's like, no. He started following me. I'm like, oh shit. What do I do? How do I get rid of this guy? So what I do is I scan the park, looking for people. I find one foreigner sitting across the park on the floor. I'm like, "This is my friend, I know her, I need to go." I have no idea who this person was. I walked right across to her, sat down right next to her, and I told her, "I'm so sorry. This guy was following me and he wanted to marry me and I had no idea how to get rid of him. So I'm so sorry that I'm sitting next to you." And she just looked at me like, "What's going on here?" And we started having a really nice talk, and she ended up being a really cool person. But sometimes we just need to try to help ourselves, like no matter what. And that was the first thing that came to my mind, and it actually helped me get out of the situation. So, fun story. The second weird thing that came to my mind is this really lovely guy I met in Zambia. So I'm randomly meeting this guy who looks kind of weird, but turns out to be a really lovely person. He's like, "Oh, I can show you how to get into the Wick Falls for free." I'm like, "Oh really? Amazing." I mean, they weren't really expensive, like $10 or whatever, but still, like, it was so much fun. It was an experience, it was an adventure. I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. It wasn't really about saving these like $10 or however much it is to get into Wick Falls. It was more about the experience and the adrenaline of not getting caught. I'm like, show me how to get in. I want to know. I'm here. I'm ready. And he shows me this place with this hole that probably Pumbaa or so digged into, or below the fence, and he's like, "We're gonna go through here." I'm like, "Oh cool." So we're like walking into the bushes, hiding, waiting, looking that there's no car coming, slip under the fence, and then start running through the whole forest to the kind of pathway that is there. So we run for like, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, like running, and he's like, "Faster!" And we're jumping over all these bushes and places, and he's like, "As long as we get to the pathway, then nobody's gonna catch us and we're safe." I'm like, cool, because I do not want to get caught in Zambia and be in prison or whatever. We made it. It was so much fun that I actually did it again. So I went to Wick Falls twice, and not just because I wanted to be there, but because I wanted to see if I could actually do it myself and how I would handle the pressure and the adrenaline. And it was so much fun. This same guy ended up taking me to like a bunch of places where we're seeing these like gigantic birds, to like 5-star resort where you're like seeing like hippos and all the other animals, and it was so much fun, like all for free. He had all the sneaky ways, and it was actually an incredible, beautiful experience. And the third person that came to mind that was also a very funny moment was when my friend Carlos from Mexico went traveling in Bali with me. They had this gigantic ceremony where a member of the king's family had died. They were going to burn the body. So my friend Carlos, who is, by the way, an incredible photographer, check him out in Instagram at Carlitos Querido or CS Drones, and he's making a live video, putting me in the video in the background, like talking to the people that are alive and to me. And there's this American girl coming up to me, being like super kind of cute, but like super polite and posh and fancy, and he's like, "Excuse me girl, you better watch who's filming you, because this weirdo is actually putting you in his live video." And I just look at her, I'm like, "Yeah, he's my friend." And she just stares at me like, "Oh, he's your friend?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's my friend, and he's one of the most amazing people that I know." It's a funny thing because I'm really tall and Carlos is really short, so we make the funniest travel buddies, but he's one of the most amazing people that I know, and I love him so much. And we just like looked at each other and started laughing, and I just kept doing the video, which was a lot of fun. Weirdest travel buddy that I had, and that's my weirdest travel person. Number 4, by the way, this is the doggy I'm taking care of here in Canada, was a German girl. We were traveling India together. I was going to India for the 3rd time. I was going to an Indian wedding, was gonna have the most amazing time and then go to the south where I haven't been, and the family asked me to invite her. So I brought her along, and it turned out to be one of the worst experiences ever. Turns out that this girl traveling to India wasn't willing to have any Indian food. She just had pizza and cookies. Yes, and Indian food is amazing. She was scared that the food is dirty, that she was gonna get sick, that like she would die. Like she was like making a drama out of everything. After like 2 weeks, she started eating plain rice, which was like, thank God, it was an advancement, but it was really, really tough. The worst thing yet was that she was also scared of the water there. And even though we're staying in a 5-star hotel, she's like, "Oh, this water is dirty, I cannot shower with it." And wherever we went, she showered with bottled water. Hey doggy, wanna say hi to the camera? Seriously, she showered with bottled water. I can understand that people brush their teeth with bottled water, and in a lot of places it is actually important that you do. But showering with bottled water, like, how do you think that there's millions and billions of people living in India and surviving with the water? The water is not gonna kill you. The water is not gonna kill you, especially if you don't drink it. So after putting up with all this for 2 weeks, there was a lot more to it. Like it was really, really a tough time for me. But I also didn't really want to travel India by myself because I didn't feel it was the safest thing to do. But after 2 weeks, I was like, you know what? I'm not putting up with this any longer. I prefer to travel by myself. So I told her, like, you know what? I guess it's better that, like, we split paths and everyone just does what they want to do because, like, this is not working. And so we did, and I ended up still having an incredible, beautiful time in the south of India. So whenever difficult stuff happens, keep going, you'll find a solution and you'll work it out. Story number 5 is very interesting as well. You might have heard me saying that I wouldn't go back to Tanzania, especially Zanzibar. And this story happened in Dar es Salaam, the capital of Tanzania. I was staying at this Indian guy's place who was working in tourism, who I got referred to from a friend. So I'm getting there. We're having a really great time. He's making me dinner. And during this time, I was having a broken phone. And he knew that my phone wasn't really working that well. And he tried to have me drink more and more and more. And I'm like, I'm kind of good with one glass. Like, I don't really want to get drunk or anything. Like, I have a long bus drive in front of me tomorrow. Like, you know, I'm good. Like, I want to, like, have a, like, slow evening. And after a while, he starts coming closer. He leans in. He, like, tries to, like, touch my leg. And he's like, I really like you. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, so now what? And he keeps talking, and after he told me about his family that's living back in India and everything, he's like, you know what, I want to be honest with you. You need a new phone, and I have the money, and I can buy you a new iPhone, so why don't you spend the night with me, and I give you a new iPhone? And I was like, what? please tell me, please again, like what? Like what are you talking about? So I start laughing because I seriously believe it's a joke. I seriously believe he's making fun. But he wasn't. He was dead and serious. And I'm like, no, thank you. Like, I know my phone isn't the best. I know it's kind of broken right now, but I will still be fine with this broken phone, and I do not want to sleep with you. And he keeps on persisting, and he even put like $150 on top of the iPhone. I'm like, you know what? I'm good, and I think I'm gonna go to bed now because this is not working. Like, this is kind of weird. And he's like, okay, but please close the door behind you because if not, I'm not sure what's happening. And I'm like, all right, good night. So I go in my room, close the door, and the next day he's driving me to the bus station and he actually apologizes, which I found really nice. So that was a really weird experience, someone offering me a new phone to sleep with them. This person is the best friend of the guy I'm staying with. I'm staying with a guy who works in a travel agency where I'm doing my internship. He's having a big house, they're best friends, so we hang out a lot. He comes over, he has his house full of alcohol and weed. And what I don't really think much of it because, you know, guys having fun, drinking, smoking weed, whatever. But after a while I noticed he doesn't actually drink and he doesn't smoke. So I started wondering, like, why do you have all this alcohol and weed in the house? What he did with all that alcohol and weed was inviting girls over. Having girls from couch surfing, from resorts, from his hotel, whatever, bringing a bottle of alcohol or just getting them to his house, or they were already staying with him, giving them drinks, himself drinking vodka from a vodka bottle that was actually filled with water, so they think he's drinking as well, which he actually isn't. He starts making them drunk so he gets late. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, let's get real for a second. If a guy needs to take to these things to get late, then there's something seriously wrong with you. If you're unable to find a girl that actually likes you, if you're unable to actually get laid without having to drug someone else, then there's something seriously wrong with you. Like, sorry, but I'll be like straightforward honest with you. And that really shocked me. I always tell people, if you don't have to go to Zanzibar, please don't go. Like, there's nothing on this island that you cannot find anywhere else in this world. Save yourself and skip Zanzibar. You're really not missing out on anything by not going. Seriously. And then the last weirdest person I met on a flight back from Columbus, Ohio, from Summit of Greatness, back to Vegas. I'm having the window seat, which, by the way, I really do not like window seats. Guy sits next to me, he starts talking to me. I'm not really a big, like, let's talk in a plane with strangers kind of person. He starts talking to me. Seems to be a nice guy. He's a YouTuber, has like over 100,000 followers. He's like in the gaming thing. Like, we start chatting. And after a while, I'm like, you know what? I'm actually kind of tired. I just, like, you know, want to be by myself, kind of sleep, whatever. So I like start like putting in my headphones and like put my head on the window and trying to sleep. When I start noticing like him coming closer and leaning into me, I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. What is happening? He starts touching my knees. He starts putting his hand on my shoulder. And I'm like just looking at him like, what's going on with you? As I start moving, like getting his hand off, like moving like my legs and stuff, like trying to pretend I'm sleeping, putting my legs up on the chair, so I'm actually sitting like a ball with my hand, with my head on the window, my knees like as far out as possible, so I'm actually creating space between my head and, well, him who's sitting right next to me, putting my leg here on my face, kind of covering and protecting myself. And he keeps on pulling in, and he keeps on trying to come closer. And to be honest, I didn't want to create any drama or trouble, so I didn't speak up. I didn't like ask anyone to like help me or whatever, which probably I should have. I didn't. And then he like pulls in and like tries to kiss me, and I'm like, whoa, seriously, like, I'm sorry, but like that's kind of weird. And that like totally threw me out of the whole thing. And I initially started talking to him because my boyfriend of that time always told me like, oh, you should talk to more strangers and you should socialize more, or you should be a more social person. And I'm like, okay, let's give it a try. And that totally backfired. So I'm back to give me my aisle seat, and I do not talk to the people next to me in the plane. That's what I learned from this experience. Anyway, these were my 7 weirdest people I met during 7 years of traveling. If you like this video, consider subscribing, and if you know anyone who would benefit from watching this video or would enjoy watching this video, consider sharing it with them. And if you want to learn more about creating a more adventurous life, a life that you're deeply in love with, then just reach out to me. I have courses on that, and I do one-on-one coaching, so I'm always happy to help you out and to get you to the kind of life and lifestyle that you truly want to live. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.